Welcome to Trending Update USA. This is Stefan, and today we bring you a story that has completely taken over the tennis world, social media, and sports debate shows alike. A Coco Gauff trending news moment that has sparked intense controversy, divided fans, and reignited conversations about pressure, fairness, and the spotlight that follows modern superstars wherever they go. Coco Gauff has never been just another tennis player. From the moment she burst onto the global stage as a teenager, defeating legends and carrying herself with maturity beyond her years, she became more than an athlete. She became a symbol. A symbol of youth, of possibility, of American tennis revival, and of a new generation that is growing up under constant cameras, instant judgment, and relentless expectations. And now, one controversial moment has once again reminded the world just how thin the line is between celebration and criticism when you are Coco Gauff. The incident itself happened during a high-profile match that millions were watching live. The stakes were high, the atmosphere was electric, and emotions were already running close to the surface. In a tense moment during a crucial game, a disputed call led to a brief exchange between Coco Gauff and the chair umpire. What might have been a routine disagreement in another match quickly turned into a viral moment, replayed from every angle, clipped, slowed down, and shared across platforms within minutes. Some fans immediately rushed to defend Coco Gauff, arguing that her reaction was completely understandable given the pressure of the situation. They pointed out that tennis is one of the few sports where players must police their own emotions while also dealing with subjective decisions that can change the outcome of a match in seconds. According to these supporters, Coco did nothing more than stand up for herself, something male players have done countless times without facing the same level of scrutiny. Others, however, saw the moment very differently. Critics argued that Coco crossed a line, suggesting that her tone or body language showed frustration that went beyond respectful disagreement. Some commentators questioned whether star players are given too much leeway, while others wondered if Coco's growing influence in the sport has made every action feel bigger than it really is. What made the controversy even more intense was how quickly it moved beyond tennis. Social media exploded with debates that were no longer just about the call itself, but about broader issues like athlete entitlement, media bias, gender standards, and the mental health toll of fame. Within hours, Coco Gauff's name was trending worldwide, not because of a forehand winner or a trophy lift, but because of a moment of raw human emotion caught on camera. Former players soon weighed in, offering sharply different perspectives. Some veterans of the game emphasized how difficult it is to keep emotions in check during critical moments, especially when careers, rankings, and reputations are on the line. They reminded fans that Coco is still incredibly young, learning how to navigate situations that even seasoned champions struggle with. Others took a more critical stance, saying that part of being a champion is maintaining composure no matter how unfair things may feel. The media coverage added another layer to the debate. Headlines ranged from sympathetic to sensational, with some outlets framing the moment as a learning experience, and others presenting it as a warning sign. This contrast in coverage only fueled fan arguments, with many accusing certain platforms of intentionally stirring controversy to drive clicks and engagement. Amid all this noise, Coco Gauff herself eventually addressed the situation. In a calm and measured response, she acknowledged the emotions of the moment, while reaffirming her respect for the sport and its officials. Her words struck a balance that many found refreshing. She did not deny her frustration, but she also did not deflect responsibility. Instead, she spoke about growth, learning, and the reality of competing at the highest level where margins are razor thin. That response, for many, shifted the conversation. Supporters praised her maturity, noting that handling controversy off the court is just as important as performance on it. They pointed out that Coco's ability to reflect and communicate thoughtfully is one of the reasons she has become such a powerful figure in sports. Even some critics softened their stance, acknowledging that her response showed awareness and professionalism. Still, the debate did not disappear. It evolved. Fans began asking deeper questions about how young athletes are treated in the age of constant surveillance. Every reaction, every facial expression, every word is analyzed, judged, and often misinterpreted. For Coco Gauff, who has been in the public eye since her early teens, this reality is not new, but moments like this highlight just how relentless it can be. There is also the issue of expectations. Coco is not just expected to win, she is expected to do so gracefully, humbly, and without ever showing frustration. Many supporters argue that this standard is unrealistic and unfair. They believe that fans want authenticity from athletes, but only when it fits a certain narrative. The moment that authenticity becomes uncomfortable, it is labeled as controversy. This incident has also reignited discussions about consistency in officiating and communication between players and umpires. Some analysts used the moment as an opportunity to call for clearer protocols, suggesting that better dialogue could prevent misunderstandings and emotional flare-ups. Others countered that controversy is part of sports, and that trying to sanitize every emotional moment would take away from what makes competition compelling. What cannot be denied is that Coco Gauff remains at the center of the tennis universe. Even when the headlines are not about victories, they reflect her impact. Few players generate this level of attention, and even fewer manage to navigate it with the composure she has shown over time. As the tournament continued, all eyes were on Coco. Would the controversy affect her performance? Would the pressure become too much? Or would she channel the noise into motivation? In her next match, her focus and intensity spoke volumes. Regardless of the result, it was clear that she had not allowed the debate to define her. Fans watching closely noticed small but telling details: her body language, her interactions with officials, her reactions to key points. It was as if the entire tennis world was holding its breath, waiting to see what this moment would mean for her moving forward. In many ways, this controversy may become just another chapter in Coco Gauff's evolving story. Great athletes are often defined not by their smooth moments, but by how they handle adversity. Every champion has faced criticism, doubt, and controversy at some point. What separates the truly special ones is their ability to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. For young fans watching around the world, Coco's experience offers an important lesson. Success does not mean perfection. It means resilience. It means owning your emotions, learning from mistakes, and continuing to move forward even when the spotlight feels overwhelming. As the debate continues, one thing is clear. Coco Gauff is not going anywhere. She remains one of the most compelling figures in sports today, not just because of her talent, but because of her humanity. This controversial moment, rather than diminishing her, has reminded fans that behind the headlines and hashtags is a real person navigating extraordinary pressure. And perhaps that is why this story has resonated so deeply. It is not just about a disputed call or a heated exchange. It is about what it means to grow up on the world stage, to be judged in real time, and to keep pushing forward regardless. Here on Trending Update USA, we will continue to follow Coco Gauff's journey closely, bringing you every major development, reaction, and insight as her story unfolds. This is Stefan, and this has been your deep dive into the Coco Gauff trending news controversy that has everyone talking.